everyone, it's Libby from Master Tarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Wara, my First Nations people, and a huge welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. Aren't they fabulous? Okay, going to have a bit of a US politics day today. I'm going to start with John Fetterman. I was asked by one of my lovely viewers to have a look at John Fetterman. I'll use my Lightseers Tarot, which is my family and friends deck. Okay, representative for Pennsylvania. My poor little card table, absolutely packed and stacked with cards everywhere. Representative for Pennsylvania had a stroke during the pre-primaries period. However, was voted as the Democratic nominee and kept running on a limited degree, obviously, purely to keep Dr. Oz out. So what I really feel with when I tune into the energies of John Fetterman is that he was very much in the case of, feels very much like the Biden energies in that he was in a lot of ways reluctant to keep running, but he knew that he was the only chance to beat Dr. Oz, and Biden was the same. Biden didn't want the presidency, so in all honesty, the best person to have in a position is the person who doesn't want it. They're not there for the power or the money, they're there to serve the people and do what is best. So anyhow, so he ran because he knew he was the best option. As the energies I'm getting to keep Dr. Oz out, he was successful. He was taken to hospital the other week with feeling lightheaded. It was, I believe, due to the stroke medication he's on. His fellow congressmen and women are fitting in with him as much as they can. Apparently, as part of his stroke, he became audio processing compromised, which means that he needs subtitles, and sometimes he needs a tablet to translate when people are talking to him. And because of his running for his position, he did miss out on a quite vital period for his stroke recovery. So it's all so much respect for this guy. So okay, what's happened is recently, within the last 24 hours, I believe, checked himself into the Walter Reed Hospital for depression. He has suffered from depression before, but apparently this post-stroke depression is really significant. However, it is a treatable depression. So what I really got when I was into his energies is a lot of the depression is triggered, A, because he's living away from his family. His wife and his 3 children have stayed in Pennsylvania, understandably, because the kids, I believe, are in school. So he doesn't have his very tight-knit support network in Washington with him during the week. But also frustration is what I really got, is just frustration at himself more than anything, because he can't do what he used to do. So he needs to be more forgiving on himself, and those around him need to let him know that he is forgiven if he's not quite up to full capacity speed at this stage. I'm not feeling that there's anything horrific going to happen, but let's have a look at John Fetterman. Now, I had a quick look. I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, that if he does step down, the governor of Pennsylvania has the ability to nominate somebody in his place. Okay, but let's have a look. Let's have a look. The energies of John Fetterman at the moment. What energies is he in? What energies is he in? John Fetterman. Huge. So much empathy and respect for this man. Oh my goodness, because it would have been so easy for him to step back. But he's done this for the people, and the people need to get behind and support him. Okay, John Fetterman, the energies of John Fetterman. Energies of John Fetterman. Okay, thanks guys. Let's have a look. Okay, right. Queen of Swords. This is very much about the intellectual, the wisdom, but what I'm getting from this particular card, looking at the image, and if you're learning tarot, looking at the image, because your guides will draw you towards a particular deck for a certain reason for the images on these cards. And this image is showing me that it's just a case of needing to step back, take quiet time, and work on his own mental health. Basically, she's sitting here, she's contemplating. He has fabulous both masculine and feminine energy in equal amounts, which is so important going forward. But he just needs to listen to his compassionate side and take some time out to care for his mental health. His challenge, Ten of Swords. Again, it's a intellectual card, intellectual brain associated card. Ten of Swords, it is about the end of an era, but it's very much about stepping forward into a new horizon. So, thank you. What the boys are telling me is it's a huge step for him to step into his new future mentally. He has to come to terms with that what was is over, and he has this new beginning in front of him mentally. And I think that's what's going to happen with part of this sitting and contemplating, because he's going to step over this horizon into this a beautiful new dawn. But that's his challenge, is to realize that it is the end of whom he was before his stroke, and accept that this is his new path forward. It's going to be a huge step for him. What's going on in behind the scenes? Yeah, we've got the King of Swords here too. The masculine side of sitting back and surveying and assessing in regards to his mental state, his brain functioning. So we've got both the Queen and the King. So signifier and what's going on behind the scenes for him. We have the Owl of Wisdom here. We have the Dragonfly of Transformation. We have the Crow of Messaging. I'm not sure what the bat signifies. Perhaps someone can tell me. But at the moment, he's needing to take time out by himself. So both of these, the figures are sitting on top of a mountain, contemplating as they look out and survey the path, the future in front of them, survey their realm, survey all that stands before them. We've also got the Page of Cups. Now, in this particular deck, the Page of Cups usually means something really unexpected, but what I love about this is, you've got the hearts down there, the hands down there forming the heart. He has a support. Everyone around him is supportive of him, and they need to reassure him that that is the case. But also I love that it's the pigs can fly. Not just pigs might fly, the pigs are flying. So this is about dreaming possibilities, and that they will come true. Something really unexpected coming true, but it is a beautiful card. So I think this is, again, behind the scenes, his realization, his reassessment of himself, his introspection, surveying all that is before him and understanding that he is entering this new era of his life, and then with the adjustments, thank you guys, with the adjustments, dreaming of the possibilities that he can bring to the table. Okay. What's falling out of this? A Tower moment and the Seven of Pentacles. So the Tower moment is about breaking down of old structures so you can rebuild anew. Now in this particular deck, I don't think he's going to step back. We'll find out. I don't think he's going to step back. I think that how things are done are going to be changed dramatically to accommodate him. Honestly, this is a stroke card. He's not going to have another stroke, but this is the destruction of what was, so that new can be built. And this is the process that he's going to go through in Walter Reed, is the breaking down of the preconceptions of how his life was and building something that is new and suits him for who he is now. And we have the Seven of Pentacles, which is often the reaping what you sow, but in this particular deck it is about planting the seeds of possibilities and nurturing that growth. So these cards are all pointing towards the fact that he has had this life-defining moment, and he has been struggling and is struggling to define his life going forward. But once he has made that move and stepped over that horizon, he's going to be able to plant these seeds of possibilities. He's going to step into his new person and nurture this new path that he has. Okay. Karma hanging over him, Eight of Wands. This is my Magic Happens deck. A lot of messaging coming forward, but magic possibilities all coming to a point and creating something absolutely amazing. The Two of Pentacles. It is going to be a juggle for him. It's not going to be an easy path. However, those around him, I'm going to say it again, are going to have to learn to accommodate him. What he can bring to Congress is invaluable. It is going to be a struggle for him going forward. He is going to have to very carefully balance and walk a tightrope. The outcome for him, the Hierophant, the authorities. But in this particular deck, and I keep coming back to the fact that it is a deck, this deck that I was told to choose, there are these stairs that he needs to climb. And it does mean that there are going to be obstacles, and it's not going to be an easy path. But look at what's at the top. Absolute. What have we got here? It is the Tree of Life. If he chooses to climb these steps, and I think he is going to, from what I've seen here, with support, the world will be his oyster. With this Tree of Life at the top. And flowing out of it, we have religion, we have technology, we have science, we have the universe. Just the world will be his oyster. But it's going to be a difficult path. The Two of Wands, again, another crossroads moment for him, another decision making, another juggling moment for him. This is about messaging, his career. He is considering what path his career is going to take. And please, 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 if you are in Pennsylvania, or even if you're not, send him messages of support in this empathic way of what he can bring forward, because he is deciding his career path with his communication issues. He's feeling like he's behind this window looking out. He is feeling like that he's looking out from his isolation. But please encourage him, because he has the world at his feet, literally. Okay, 7 of Cups, choices. He is going to have to make a choice, but Ace of Swords. Another, so we've got Queen, King, and then Ace of Swords, culminating. A new start of truths, mental health, opportunities. There is something that he can bring to Congress that nobody else can bring at this time. So we've got this new start. So I think he's going to choose to stay. Here we have the Hermit. So we've got the introspection, the isolation. Again, we have the stairs. It's not going to be easy. It's about picking up this lamp, lighting the path. So this is part of the decision-making process that he's going through. But then we have justice, balance, actions and consequences, but bringing balance and finding balance. Okay, at the base we have the Devil energy, his stroke, literally his stroke. But the Ace of Pentacles. So, and again another ace, but this is about planting opportunities, planting new beginnings, a wealth of knowledge, a wealth, okay, thank you. Here we have the wealth of knowledge, but this is an earth, this is air, this is earth. This is an earth-based, grounded wealth of knowledge that he can bring that will plant and grow into something phenomenal going forward. The Knight of Wands, important message that he's got to bring forward. The 10 of Cups, which is about the families and the voters supporting. The 3 of Cups, circles of support. Just looking forward, it is going to be difficult for him, but I don't see that he's going to drop out. I will just ask, but he's going to prickly scalp. I'm seeing he's not going to drop out, but he's going to need a lot of assistance. But what he will bring, if people encourage, support and accommodate what he's going through, he incredibly frustrated is what I'm getting, being trapped in this body that he's not, in this mind that he's not yet understanding, but he will bring something absolutely invaluable to Congress, to government. And okay, thank you. The boys are telling me he will bring something that is absolutely necessary for the American people. And I'm thinking it's a spotlight on mental health. Okay, right. Will John Fetterman step aside in his role as a congressman? Will John Fetterman step aside? Will John Fetterman step aside? Okay, I'm going to read these cards that fell out. The first one that fell out is the 9 of Swords. I'll bring you down. The 9 of Swords. Anxiety. He is in a dark place at the moment. He has acknowledged, which is fabulous. He has acknowledged, and it needs to be shown to be accepted that it's okay that he has sought help. But yes, he's in this dark place. However, again, fell out this Ace of Pentacles. He will bring something to Congress. He will plant something that will grow into the future in regards to abundance on a community compassionate level. I'm not talking abundance money. It's the fundamental grounded earth-based abundance. And it is this message that he's going to bring forward. And here we have, yes, messages, more messages, 3 of Wands, and then we have the magic happening. So I'm going to go out there, I don't live in the US obviously, and just say that if you are in the US, or if you're listening to this, even if you're not in Pennsylvania, I'm getting he's at a crossroads moment, but what he can bring is something that is going to be life-changing for a lot of Americans. It's going to plant some seeds that will be nurtured, and he has a huge possibility to bring huge change. Bring huge change. The world will be his oyster, and he can make pigs fly. Okay, thank you for joining me. Catch you later. Bye-bye.